Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into the luminous world of Smita Patil.
Smita Patil,
Yes,
an artist whose screen presence wasn't just bright, uh, it crackled with this raw emotion.
it really did. You felt it.
And her career, tragically short, but it left such a huge revolutionary mark on Indian cinema.
Absolutely. Foundational, really. Smita Patil wasn't just, an actress. She was a key figure in Indian parallel cinema.
That whole new wave movement.
Exactly. And our mission, really, with this deep dive is to unpack her life, her incredible work, and why she still matters so much. We'll be drawing on the sources you've provided to help you understand what made her so significant.
Okay, so let's explore that. How did this powerhouse talent actually emerge? She was born October 17th, 1955, in Pune.
In Maharashtra.
Yeah.
And into a really distinguished family, is worth noting.
Right. Her father, Shivajirao Girdhar Patil, he was a politician, a journalist.
Correct. And her mother, Vijutai Patil, was a social worker, so a family deeply engaged with society around them. That seems like it might have shaped her perspective later on.
Quite possibly, but what's really interesting is how she first entered the public eye. It wasn't film initially.
Oh.
No, she studied arts, but her first career, this was back in the early 70s, was as a newsreader for Doordarshan.
Wow, Doordarshan. So the national broadcaster, the only channel for most people back then.
Pretty much, yeah. So her face became incredibly well known across the country. That poised demeanor, that compelling presence, people knew her before the movies.
That's fascinating. So she goes from being this familiar face reading the news to becoming a cinematic icon.
Yeah.
How did that transition happen? What was the turning point?
Well, the entry into cinema came in 1975. Her first film was Charandas Chor.
Directed by Shyam Benegal.
The very same, Shyam Benegal. And she didn't just sort of dip her toe in, she became almost immediately a defining figure of that parallel cinema movement we mentioned.
And that movement, the new wave, it was deliberately different from mainstream Bollywood, wasn't it?
Oh, completely different. It wasn't about the big song and dance numbers or escapism. Parallel cinema was much more neorealistic.
Focused on social issues,
Yeah.
real life.
Exactly. Social commentary, often using non-professional actors, starker visuals, reflecting the sometimes harsh realities of Indian society at the time. And her performances were just celebrated for being so natural, so empathetic.
And it sounds like she really found her voice in those kinds of roles.
Hmm.
The sources keep mentioning her portrayals of strong, independent women.
Absolutely. That became her signature in many ways. Her genius was in bringing these characters to life with such raw, sometimes uncomfortable honesty.
Honesty about what, specifically?
About things like female desire, societal constraints. She
Mhm.
consistently took on roles that challenged social injustice, patriarchal norms. She explored women's sexuality, their agency, their resilience within a very traditional society.
That sounds incredibly brave for the time.
It was groundbreaking. She had this unflinching willingness to tackle complex, difficult roles that, frankly, few other actresses would touch.
That willingness must have really set her apart. Looking at the films, listening to sources. Wow, over 80 films in just a decade.
Incredible output, wasn't it?
Can you maybe pull out a couple of examples that really show this?
Hmm.
Perhaps one that really embodies that parallel cinema ethos and maybe something showing her range.
Of course. Well, Bhumika from 1977 is a classic example. She plays a woman navigating her need for personal freedom against what society expects. It's a complex, layered performance.
Okay, Bhumika. What else?
Then there's Chakra, 1981, a very stark, almost visceral look at life in Mumbai's slums. Her character is fighting for survival, but with this incredible, fierce dignity.
Oh,
And Arth, 1982, that one really tackled infidelity and a woman choosing independence in a way that just wasn't typical for Bollywood then. It forced audiences to really think.
challenging conventions directly.
Definitely. And you have to mention Mirchamasla in 1985. It's this amazing allegory about resisting patriarchal power, where her character leads this group of women in defiance. Just unforgettable.
And did she do any mainstream films too, just to see that contrast?
She did. I mean, even in a more commercial film like Namak Halal from 1982, her presence is undeniable. She could hold the screen no matter the genre. But her heart, you feel, was really in those more meaningful, challenging roles.
Clearly, her work struck a chord, not just with audiences, but with
Mhm.
critics too. What sort of recognition did she get?
Oh, the accolades were significant. For Bhumika, that performance we mentioned, her first National Film Award for Best Actress.
Wow, right out of the gate almost.
Pretty much. And then for Chakra, she won her second National Film Award and her first Filmfare Award for Best Actress. These weren't just participation trophies, they were serious recognition of her artistic power.
And it went beyond the film industry awards too, didn't it? The Padma Shri.
Yes, in 1985, the Padma Shri. That's India's fourth highest civilian honor. It shows just how significant her cultural contribution was seen to be even then. A really profound recognition.
That is major.
Absolutely. And beyond those, she also picked up a Maharashtra State Film Award, 2 Filmfare Awards Marathi. It just underscores her range, acclaimed in both Hindi and regional cinema. She moved between those spaces so effortlessly. A singular talent.
So her professional life is hitting these incredible highs, winning major awards, but her personal life also came under the spotlight, didn't it? Kind of mirroring the complexities she often portrayed on screen.
Yes, the sources do mention her marriage to the actor Raj Babbar, and because he was already married, it drew quite a bit of public attention and scrutiny at the time.
Right. A difficult situation, I imagine.
It certainly seemed to be. And then the story takes such a tragic turn.
Yeah.
In December 1986, Smita Patil passed away. She was just incredibly young, only 31.
31. It's unbelievable. What happened?
Complications from childbirth. It was just 2 weeks after her son, Pratik Babal, was born. An absolutely immense loss for Indian cinema. Just gone too soon.
Just devastating. 31 years old with that kind of talent and impact already. You wonder what else she would have done.
Yeah. Exactly. Given her trajectory, would she have continued pushing boundaries? Maybe moved into directing? We'll never know.
And yet, even in that short, decade-long career, she made over 80 films. Some even released after her death.
It's astonishing, isn't it? It speaks to her work ethic, her dedication, and just how much demand there was for her unique presence on screen.
And her influence didn't just stop when she died, did it?
Not at all. Her influence absolutely endures. She continues to inspire actors, filmmakers, anyone really committed to telling meaningful stories, stories that do more than just entertain.
Is there anything formally commemorating her legacy?
Yes, very fittingly, the Smita Patil Memorial Award for Best Actress was set up by the Priyadarshini Academy, and it was established in 1986, the very year she passed away.
A way to keep her spirit alive in the industry.
Precisely. It's a powerful testament to her lasting impact.
So, wrapping this up, Smita Patil's impact on Indian cinema was, well, immense.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking roles, fighting for women's representation, a true revolutionary.
Absolutely. Her story really makes you think, doesn't it? About the power of art to actually challenge society.
Yeah. What does her legacy tell you, our listener, about that? About how a fierce, independent artist can still feel so relevant today?
And perhaps the final thought to leave you with is just how much depth and enduring relevance can come from a career, even one as tragically brief as hers. The themes she explored, women's agency, societal change, pushing back against patriarchy, they're still right at the heart of conversations we're having today, aren't they?
They really are. Her impact echoes far beyond her lifetime.